Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the recipient of the Robert M. Barg Memorial Achievement Award, Mr. Henry Winkler.
Thanks. Wow. So, well, hi. It is so nice to be here. I just want to say that, my mom, when she had a stroke, had also caregivers because I was in California. So I came in and I shared the job with my sister, B. And we had a caregiver who was so unbelievable at what she did, Mrs. Brown, that God spoke to her actually and said, Mrs. Brown, you're going to live forever. And she thought, oh my goodness, if I'm going to live forever, I better look good. She had a little work done, a little lift, a little nip, a little tuck. Took off the bandages. She looked great. She thought, oh my goodness, I better dress because now I look unbelievable. So in New York City, she was on Fifth Avenue. She had her bags, stepped off the curb, hit by a bus, dead as a doornail. Mrs. Brown. But she thought to her, she went right to heaven because God spoke to her. She walked right up to the throne of God. She said, excuse me, it's Mrs. Brown. You said I was going to live forever. God said, I'm so sorry. I didn't recognize you. That has nothing to do with my speech. I just love that joke. I am an actor, a producer, a director with my partner, Lynn. I have written 20 novels for children, and I am in the bottom 3% academically in America. I'm very proud of that fact. Thank you. Spelling was hard, English was hard, math was hard, science was hard. I was great at lunch. I could eat a tuna fish sandwich better than anybody else in my class. A negative thought has no nutritional value whatsoever. Don't put a period on the end of a negative thought. A negative thought comes into your mind, you say, no, I'm sorry, I've got no time for you now. You say it out loud. People will look at you very strangely. But it doesn't matter because eventually it becomes your habit. Eventually you stop the negative, you move it out, you move a positive in, your head flies up, your shoulders fly back, and you continue walking to your dream, and then you get to stand here and talk to you. I got a metal cutting, and it said, if you will it, it is not a dream. If you will it, it is not a dream. And I had no idea how important that phrase was before I got it. But certainly now that I had it on my wall, and it's been on my wall since 1976, and I now know that those words are not just nice words. They actually make this planet go around. If you will it, it is not a dream. I am living that phrase. I had a dream when I was 7. People told me that I would never make it, that I was a dumme Hund, that I was lazy, that I was not living up to my potential. And I got to live my dream. I live it every day. It is an astounding thing. If you will it, it is not a dream. And then we did Happy Days for 10 years. I went, right. For 10 years. The idea of the caregiver, someone who is so willing to give most of themselves over to somebody else so that somebody else has some quality of life is a pretty amazing thing. It is not every bear can do that. It's a pretty rare, wonderful thing. Not everybody that lives on our planet, most of whom are asleep, have that kind of energy, have that kind of will, have that kind of strength, have that kind of generosity of spirit that you have. It's pretty amazing. I was asked to be the spokesperson for Open Arms Campaign, www.openarmscampaign.com. And it is a clearinghouse for information for stroke victims, traumatic head injury, severe back injury, cerebral palsy. And it is also talks about the therapeutic use of Botox for upper limb spasticity. And I have to say, we have traveled now for 2 years across the country talking to people, hearing incredible stories like that. I am so thankful that I was smart enough to say yes when I was asked to be the spokesperson for the Open Arms Campaign. I'm not kidding. Thank you so much. The best to you. Thank you.